Right. So, Hayis Samar Melek Ve Hayisa Samra Behema. Okay. Let me read it again. Try to follow and read along with me. Hayis Samar Melek Ve Hayisa Samra Behema. So we know that, right? What is Hayis? Is is man. Is man. So now we have a definite article. We already studied that most of the time definite article will be he, and there will be comments. That is the small t here. So how do we translate this? The man, right? The man. The man. What is Samar? Samar is what? Guarded or protected or kept. The man kept. Melek. What is that? Melek. Melek is a king, right? Melek is a king. There is no definite article. So how do we read it? A king. The man kept a king. And here we see a vow. Vow conjunction. Here you should be careful. This is what we have learned in this chapter. So vow, it acts as conjunction and it is and. The man kept a king and. Okay, the man kept a king and Hayisha. So again, what is Isha? Isha is woman, right? Woman. And here again we have a definite article, the woman. Okay. So, and the woman, Samra. See, I think even we learned this verb gender in this chapter. So, I mean this shin, maim, and resh. These three letters are root words. So, whenever it comes along with a masculine noun, so the vowel pattern will be like a comet and patak. Okay, so when the verb comes along with a masculine noun, this is a masculine noun, right? Man is a masculine noun, and the masculine singular perfect verb, masculine singular perfect, comes in this format. And when this is a what? Feminine noun. So when the feminine, when the verb comes along with the feminine noun, the pattern changes. Samra. So again the three root letters are same. Okay, shin, maim, resh are same, but only the verb patterns changes, and also hey ending. Usually in the feminine letters or feminine nouns, sometimes you usually see hey at the ending. So this is very common. And here again we have behema. What is that? Animal. So the woman kept or the woman protected an animal. Again, we don't have a definite article, so an animal. So how do we translate the whole sentence? Now, the man kept a king and the woman kept an animal. Okay, the man kept a king and the woman kept an animal. So I hope this is very simple exercise and you can follow. Let us try something different now. Malak Hamelek Mirushalayim Shama El David. Okay, let me read it again. Malak Hamelek Mirushalayim Shama El David. So Here, I think I have already mentioned you about this. So when you look at this pattern, what that comes to your mind, it should be a verb pattern, right? Here, because usually we have comments and patak. This T and a small dash, this kind of pattern usually tells you it is a singular, it's a singular perfect masculine verb pattern, okay? So here we see the verb comes in the beginning. I told you in the Hebrew sentence structure, it is very common that the verb may come in the beginning of the sentence. And usually the noun that the verb is pointing out will be followed immediately by that verb. Okay. Here, the verb malak, what does it mean? Ruled or reigned, right? He ruled or reigned. I think I told you that even though there is no pronoun, it is already a masculine singular perfect verb. So which means it is already he ruled, okay? Even though there is nothing, only the malak means he ruled. But here we have Hamelek. What is that? Malak Hamelek. Here we see, please take note of this. This is what? Dagesh Lene or Dagesh Forte. This is Dagesh Forte because it doesn't come with the Daget Kefet letter. So this Dagesh Forte, what does it make? It doubles the letter. So how do we read this? Hamelek. Okay, Hamelek. So we already have the noun here. So now how do we translate? The king. Here we have the king. The king ruled. Okay. Don't write in the other way. Okay. When you translate, you may have to follow the English sentence structure. Okay, even though there is not. So the king ruled Jerusalem. We already studied, it is Jerusalem, right? It is Jerusalem, but here it is actually, it shows like Jerusalem. So why that is happening? So if you look at the vocabulary for Jerusalem, usually you will have a seva under Jerusalem. Okay, Jerusalem. Here it is Yod. Okay, this is Yod. And usually you will have Jerusalem, but here we have me. So I think I mentioned, what is this me? This me is from. The me is from. I told you, I think I told you about that in the previous class. So it usually combines, okay? It usually combines with the previous, usually combines with the noun. So, me, Jerusalem. So, this is the noun, Jerusalem. So, from Jerusalem. The king ruled from Jerusalem. And now, did I miss something? Yes. Yeah, I think I missed a word here. From Jerusalem, there should be Vehu. Okay, Vehu. So what is this vav and this seva? This is and, right? And who is he? And he, Sama. What is Sama? He heard. He heard. And what is L? L is two. L is two. David. Okay. Heard or listened. So if you look at the whole structure, it comes like the king ruled from Jerusalem and he listened to David. The king ruled from Jerusalem and he listened to David. Yes, right. Yeah, and only one more sentence, then we are going to wind up. I hope you are able to follow without any much confusion, because these are very simple. We are in the very beginning stage, so you can follow it.